From this tiny Malaysian fishing village.
From the cheesy public domain music to the framing of the shots to the self-important voiceover, it's clear Survivor was going for a documentary-type feel when it started, and that has aged poorly.
Come on, dude. This is the first Survivor episode ever. Don't complain about it feeling outdated. They had no idea what they were doing back then. Also, this episode came out 20 fucking years ago, so obviously it's going to be outdated no matter what.
These 16 Americans are beginning the adventure of a lifetime.
Or if it's successful and the audience likes them, maybe one of the many adventures of their lifetime. Because if Survivor were a cow on Dirk's dairy farm, it'd have the sorest teats in bovine history from being milked so hard.
Yes, Survivor has had a lot of seasons. I don't know why you feel the need to sin that, but, you do.
See, honey, those are Americans. They are coming here to prove they can survive somewhere other than a couch. Can you imagine?
Jeremy makes a cringy joke that isn't a sin of the episode cliche.
They have volunteered to be marooned.
Well, if by volunteered you mean picked after a casting process to participate in a game show, then sure. They volunteered in the same way presidential candidates volunteer to be president. But at least that's the only way politics and reality TV will ever cross paths.
Okay, hold up. First of all, you act like just because the castaway process is more complicated than some people realize doesn't mean they aren't volunteering to be on the show. They are volunteers. Second, hate on all the political discussions in Survivor that you want, but that's just what's going to happen in a game that pushes people to their social boundaries. It was going to happen at one point or another, no matter what.
Survival reality show shows animals that the contestants won't actually ever see because they are sequestered on a small protected part of the environment cliche.
Are you seriously counting this bullshit as a cliche? Come on, Jeremy. I have a bunch of cliches I use on you, but those are for things you actually do all the time, not whatever this is.
This person is way too excited about pouring ocean water from this canteen onto their face.
It's an epic TV show introduction cinematic thing, Jeremy. Oh, okay. I don't know if what I just said makes any sense, but, the sin stands.
And what, the monkey doesn't get a name? Clearly this is Mr. Burglefluffle, and he would completely win this show if only he could understand the power of greed.
Jeremy makes a cringy joke that isn't a sin of the episode cliche.
They've been given 2 minutes to salvage whatever they can off this boat.
This show has just incited mayhem into the contestants' hearts, and it's the host's job to ignore the flailing people and speak calmly to the camera, as if this is an everyday occurrence. Reality TV teaching us to treat other people's panic and emotional trauma as entertainment right from the start.
Oh boy, there's a shitload of stuff to unpack here. First, you started off that sin by literally just pointing out what was going on in the show, which was just not a sin. Second, flailing people? Sure, they're moving around urgently, but you act as if Jeff should be knocked down by this shit or something, which is just not true. Third, you claim that Jeff is treating this like an everyday occurrence when he's literally explaining what's going on. This implies that it's not an everyday occurrence. Finally, panic and emotional trauma? These people are not being traumatized. Trauma is defined as a deeply distressing or disturbing experience. That's not what's going on right now. Go fuck yourself.
The next 39 days, they'll be marooned.
Is that similar to being periwinkled? Because my peri is winkled recently, and if that's a prerequisite for competing for $1 million, I demand my spot.
Holy shit, you've gotta be kidding me. Ignoring the cringy joke he just made, Jeremy just asked if being periwinkled is the same as being marooned. I mean, no, just fucking no. Go take 50 sins and go fuck yourself.
Under the rules, one tribe must visit tribal council every 3 days with a single purpose: vote one of their own members off the island.
And thus competitive reality shows were launched. This format is so pure and exciting that I'm glad they'd never tinker with it by introducing hidden immunity idols, surprise tribal shakeups, or Extinction Island gimmicks. Glad that'll never happen.
Here we go. First of all, you should be removing a sin for the pure format that Survivor created for future reality shows, because it's the fucking godfather of reality television. Second, I get that hidden immunity idols can become annoying when they're too big an aspect of the game, but when used right, they actually add a very interesting psychological piece to the strategy of the game. Third, tribal shakeups can be bad, but not most of the time. For the most part, they work well and keep the game super unpredictable. Lastly, Edge of Extinction, I don't know. In some ways I really hate it and actually agree with you, but in other ways I'm fine with it, so I'm just going to remove a sin because I've been shitting all over you and you deserve a break.
He may be 72 years old and an ex-Navy SEAL, but that doesn't mean that this is his world.
Yeah, because why listen to someone who has been trained to be a f***ing Navy SEAL? Reality TV makes me miserable because humans are annoying.
Bruh, this is the point of reality TV, to explore human psychology in strange situations. This is exactly what happened here.
Having said that, this is the moment that solidified Survivor as one of the best sociological experiments of all time. There's a reason this show's been around for 40 seasons and continues to pull good ratings, because watching humans interact in all their strange, beautiful humanity is fascinating, and it always will be.
Thank you, Jeremy. This is what I like about TV Sins. You're making a good point. Nice job.
For example, you know, Sean, what do you think what do you think the main point of what I'm trying to say now is? I didn't listen to it.
Actual footage of TV Sin's staff meeting somehow makes it into Survivor.
Jeremy makes a cringy joke that isn't a sin of the episode cliche.
Trail washes out. Oh, the trail washes out.
Washes.
So you're calling this singular word a sin? I'm not buying it.
Let me walk to keep you in sight. Okay. To see if I see anything that resembles anything.
Well, at least you're clear about what you're looking for, and you will be successful too. Lost forever in the wild, but you'll find all sorts of anythings that resemble anything, that's for sure.
Come on, dude. That's just how some people talk. I say generalities like that all the time in my own life. It's not a sin.
We could never do this, but you know what the thought crossed my mind?
What?
As long as you and I always know where the water is, and we got control of the water map, no one else will be able to vote you or I out.
Yes, we laugh at the crazy idea of using strategy to get ourselves further. What is this, a game? The naivete of this first group of survivors is astounding.
I get your point, but here's the thing. They're not laughing because they think strategy itself is crazy. They're laughing because the specific strategy they're discussing is crazy.
We now interrupt this reality show for a scene from The Departed. Stupid departed rat.
Jeremy makes a cringy joke that isn't a sin of the episode cliche.
Who's this guy? I swear we're only 20 minutes into this thing and they're swapping out players, right? Dude says like 3 syllables this entire episode.
That's Greg Buis. Buis? I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, they're not switching out cast members. He's an actual castaway.
He had been out there, all morning long.
Edging and trimming tree planks? Jesus, where did this wood even come from? I don't remember them having uniform bundles of wood tied to their raft when they were marooned. Where the did BB find all of this, and why aren't you all praising him like the goddamn hero he is?
He clearly got it from the shit they took on the boat at the beginning. Don't play dumb, Jeremy. You can figure things out too.
I want everybody to touch this, get a good feel of this.
College freshman.
Jeremy makes a cringy joke that isn't a sin of the episode cliche.
Here we go.
Thanks, Survivor, for putting text on the screen that confirms what I can already see with my own 2 eyes. How would I ever be able to feel this incredible manufactured intensity without it?
You're the one who was literally describing what you were watching and calling it all a sin earlier, so this sin is really dumb.
Obviously $1 million, big motivator.
They literally pretended to put the money in front of them like they're heads up at the World Series of Poker. The origin of Survivor is so full of cheesiness that you could stir it in with some macaroni for a meal. For all our sakes, I hope in future seasons they learn to cut some of that cheese.
And they do, so I don't know why you're implying that they didn't.
Casey, tough call. Subtle reasons. Not sure exactly what they are.
Well, glad the producers allowed us in on that blistering insight from the mastermind. Stunning stuff.
It was allowed into the final cut because it was cringy and fucking hilarious. It's called good television, Jeremy.
Tribe has spoken.
It's one of the most iconic lines in television history. It remains the heart and soul of Survivor 2 full decades later. And it's wrong. The tribe wrote those names for their official votes, so it should be the tribe has written. And for anyone who thinks that's semantics and purposely pedantic and short-sighted, first, welcome to the channel. And second, the sins have spoken.
Oh, go fuck yourself up the ass.